Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. This week brought to you by Maltesers, Bombas, Dollar Shave Club, and MeUndies.
Do we have the intro playing on like a record?
I'm Gus.
CD. I'm Gavin.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Tim Gaddis.
And I'm Gus. Yeah, well, it's like, it started a little bit. It'll be fine in the final version.
Over me?
It's like, no.
Oh.
Did you say who you were?
Yeah, but I don't think the camera cut to me.
Oh, no.
They visually sketch you.
Don't worry. We can never forget you, Barbara.
I can.
So we all, except for Tim, the three of us just came back from RTX London.
Yeah, I wasn't invited.
And
I asked real nice. They're like, no.
We were like, how far away can we have an RTX and keep Tim
exactly
from going to it?
Yeah.
But I did, on the way back, I may have done the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
Did you fly United?
I did fly United. But
Why? Is that where your points are?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were American.
Whenever it's a long flight, I always take my wallet out of my back pocket because I don't want to be sitting on my wallet for hours, and I'll put it in my backpack. And when I was connecting through Houston on the way back. I went to the bar to buy a drink, and opened up my wallet to pay for the drink, and my credit card was just gone. And I was like, fuck. Like, I hadn't looked at my wallet in a few hours. The last time I'd seen it was in London. I bought something at the airport. Then, I threw it in my bag and got onto the plane. And I was like, motherfucker, I left my credit card in the terminal at London. I was like, oh, shit. So, I pay with my backup credit card, sit down, call the bank, going through the whole thing. It takes 10 minutes. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I lost my credit card. I left it in London. We need you to verify, a million transactions. I'm like, yes, all of those are fine. No fraud. They're like, okay, well, your card's been canceled. We're sending you a new one. I was like, okay, great. Hung up the phone, and I was like, what if my credit card fell out in my bag? And I looked in my bag, and it was right there.
That's the worst.
Why the fuck didn't I look first?
That's so hasty.
After going through everything.
I just immediately canceled it.
But why? I don't know why people do that all the time.
I mean, it's better safe than sorry,
But
I think.
if you have someone spending ape shit on your card, they give it back to you.
Yeah,
They give the money to you.
Yeah, I've never heard a story of someone getting fucked from that. They look back at it and they're just like, here's the money back.
Yeah,
sorry for the
Maybe
inconvenience.
if credit cards had pins in this country, you wouldn't be so scared to cancel it in 2 seconds.
Well, like I said, it doesn't matter. You got protection. You get
and now they have
back.
those fun little chips that everybody likes so much.
Yeah, chip and pin. Right?
I think I read that MasterCard is finally trying to do away with signatures on credit cards by April of 2018.
Does anyone actually sign a credit card? Should I be signing my credit card?
Oh, on the back of it?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing written on mine.
Yeah,
I think what I read now is that 80% of transactions don't require a signature at this point. It's really rare.
I don't get the point of the chip in the American credit cards because you don't have a pin here.
It's
right?
just
it's
to make
chip and sign.
It's just to make cloning the card more difficult.
Yeah, but it doesn't really do anything if there's still a magnetic strip on the same card.
Right, yeah, you got to get rid of the magnetic strip. We're working on it.
It just seems really pointless. Maybe I'm just dumb.
But now when you try to swipe one of those credit cards with a chip, it tells you can't do that. You have to use the chip. So again, why the fuck does it have the magnetic stripe?
I guess it's for machines that don't have a chip reader.
I think maybe gas station pumps is the one thing I can think of where you still have to swipe.
It's funny because that's always where my credit card gets stolen.
Right.
All my information is always at a gas
In
station.
California, they have the chip on the gas stations.
No, that's where it gets stolen.
Because it's usually the last transaction I have before my information gets.
When you call them up and they're like, "Hey, did you order from Amazon a bunch of LaCroix?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." And it's like, "Oh, did you buy the large T-shirt?" Yeah, that was me. It's like, "Oh, did you get the dildos?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." But then once you go back from there, it's the other thing. You're like, "That was not me." And it's always a gas station.
Always a gas station.
One time I had my credit card locked because I went to a gas station, pulled up to the pump, put my card in, and it was like, "All right, I want gas." Got the pump, put it in my car, squeezed it, and no gas came out. I was like, oh, there's no gas in this pump. That's weird. I put it back on, drove to the next pump, put my card in, and it was declined. And I called the bank, and they're like, yeah, we saw a $0 transaction at that gas station, so we canceled your credit card. I was like, what? No, the pump's just broken. I just want to get gas. Yeah, sorry, we canceled it. We're sending you a new one.
Isn't that what people do when they steal credit card information? They test it with a very low transaction to see if it's actually working or not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
sounds like you know a thing or two.
Yeah, I'm
got my eye on you.
Got a lot of history with it.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's a lot of work. And that's the thing that upset me the most about canceling my card. It's like, oh man, I had so many things on autopay. And
I did it recently where I didn't get stolen. I just lost it. I left it in a restaurant. I know where it was, but I left the state that it was in. So I was like, damn. Went to cancel it, and then I realized I had these 2 pre-orders on that card that I would lose probably if I canceled the card because it was a limited amount of pre-orders that they accepted. So I just left it there for a month until I got this thing delivered, and then I canceled it.
I had when I was at PAX West a few months ago, I had a meeting with a gyno up there.
A gyno?
A gyno. And we met at the Sheraton Hotel bar. And we had a few drinks, and he had to take off. He was driving out of town. He had to go like do something. I was like, all right, anyway, it's good seeing you, man. He's like, oh, let me buy the drinks. I was like, okay, yeah, fine, whatever. He signed for the drinks and took off. And then, like, as he left, like, Bethany walked in. I was like, oh, you know, so she sat down and we chatted for a bit. I was like, all right, I got to go. And I looked at the credit card bill that my friend had signed, and he'd left his credit card in it. And I was like, oh, shit. So I tried calling him, and he didn't answer.
So you're like, fuck it. Bethany, drinks on me?
Yeah, on this guy.
Drinks on him.
So I just texted him, and I was like, hey, you left your credit card here. I'm just going to leave it at the front desk for you. So I went to that Sheraton to the front desk, and I was like, hey, my friend just bought some drinks at the bar. He took off. He's going out of town. I was like, he lives here. He works here, like just a couple blocks away, but he's not going to be back for 2 days because he had to go out of town for something. He's like, can I leave his credit card here and then he can just come and get it? The woman was like, oh, I don't know. Let me go talk to my manager. And then I was like, okay. Then like she goes into the back room and like talks to her manager, and then she comes back out with like this piece of paper. And she's like, yeah, we can hold on to it. Whenever your friend comes by, tell him to say this password. It's like a 6-digit long number.
What the
and
fuck?
we'll retrieve his credit card for him.
I mean, hey, that sounds safer. I'm happy that that's there.
Why can't he just show his ID with the same name on it?
It's got his name on it.
Yeah.
He's got...
That seems very unnecessary.
Yeah, so I took a photo of it and I texted it to him, and I was like, you might need this to get your credit card. I don't know. It seems a little crazy.
I have a really dumb question when it comes to like fraudulent credit card stuff. If you wanted to buy something really expensive, why can't you just like buy it and then call and say like my credit card was stolen?
You could, but that's fraud.
It's ethically wrong. It is
That's
fraud.
like saying, why can't I commit fraud? You can.
I mean, why
You just
can't
get arrested?
Why can't I stab someone? I mean, you can.
Fill your boots.
Yeah.
You just have to deal with the consequences.
No, that's the thing. Because you could totally do that. There was one time when I ordered like some pretty big products from Amazon, and then they came, but they never were delivered to my house. Like for some reason, it was delivered somewhere else. And I called them and complained. They sent me another one, and then eventually, like 3 days later, the first one showed up, and I was like, "Great, now I have two of these." But I was thinking about it. I was like, "Yeah, it would be very simple to just."
So you kept both?
Well, because yeah, they were like, I called them like, "Do you want me to return it?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, that's more hassle than it's worth. I'm like, well, I don't need two of these. I don't remember what it was, but it was super unnecessary. But
yeah, that's happened to me before too, and it's crazy to me that that's their response. Like, oh, just keep it.
Just keep it.
Like, what?
Well, it's almost like they don't have to deal with it.
Well, because Amazon does that thing now where they actually they come to your house, get it to deliver it back. They make it too easy. You know, so they're like, nah, just keep it. It's on you. Yeah, it was a coffee maker. I'm like, I don't need two coffee makers.
But I feel like
one for upstairs, one for downstairs.
If you did do that deliberately, that would be fraud, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
One time,
but once or twice, you know what I mean? Like, just dabble with it.
But what are you
if
going to do
it's
with
their
a second crate of dildos? Like,
yeah,
what do you need that
exactly.
for?
You could do stuff.
Only so many holes.
One time I ordered a bottle of shampoo from Amazon. I buy everything from Amazon. And it showed up, and I was like, this is a big box. And I opened it, and it was like a crate of shampoo.
That's great.
And I was like,
see, that's a come
up. Like, how did this happen? It was like the same barcode on the outside of the box as on the individual unit.
Oh,
it's like
shit.
the same thing. I contacted. I was like, hey, you sent me 24 of these instead of one. What should I do with these? Like, yeah, just keep it.
You're probably
good,
going to die before you can get through it.
It's like, that's a lot of shampoo.
Yeah, your hair's
It's
looking
really
good.
short.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Don't know what to do with all of this. But yeah, everyone's been going crazy with speaking of Amazon with that, like the speculation about their second headquarters and where's it going to be. And I was looking it up. I guess like the deadline for cities to submit proposals to Amazon ended this past Thursday. So I looked it up, and apparently, where is it? 238 cities submitted proposals to Amazon.
I'm sure they want that money, man.
They said that they wanted a metro area of at least 1 million people. There are not 238 cities in the United States with at least 1 million people.
Does it not?
Submit, though. They got to try.
I feel like there is.
No. I think there's only like 20.
Wow.
How many does Austin have? Austin's over 1 million, right?
Austin proper, I think, is at about 1 million. But if you count like the greater Austin, like Round Rock and everything, it's at 2 million.
Interesting.
So people want it because they want the jobs in that?
Right. It's like 50,000 jobs.
Even though it'll put all the local businesses out of business, probably.
How many people live in
I don't know.
San Francisco?
It's not going to be like
I'm not a
stores.
scientist. I don't know.
Well, if people can get very fast delivery, they'll probably shop there with ease
But
as opposed
it's
to
more like a headquarters. It's not.
there's no warehouse.
Right.
Oh.
They already have a warehouse like in San Marcos.
Okay.
This is just like headquarters, like corporate stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people are going crazy, and I keep seeing like speculation that Austin's high on the list, but I can't imagine that we would ever get that.
So the thing with it, and this is a lot, I don't know how interesting this is, but there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff where Amazon's looking to get into video games really heavy. Like they have Twitch, so they own that. But in terms of
they want to develop games,
I've heard a lot of rumors of them buying big development studios.
Don't they already do some development internally?
They do their own stuff, but like I've heard rumors of them buying like a bigger group, like I mean not Ubisoft, but something like a Ubisoft where they can just kind of come in and then own that whole vertical.
What else does Amazon own other than Twitch?
I don't know.
Audible?
Yeah.
I don't know, like all the other smaller companies.
It just seems like such a weird match.
How long until they start making cars?
Not long. I imagine
everyone
10 years.
Seems like every tech company's trying to make a self-driving car at this point.
One of them's going to get it, and the rest of them are going to be like, fuck.
What would you rather get, a self-driving car from Apple or Windows?
That's not even a question. Like Apple, you can trust it. Windows is just like, okay, more customizable.
You're going to get a fucking software update on your car.
Yeah.
Like, my car can't go the speed limit anymore ever since I installed CarOS 11 on
My
it.
car's blue screening. Fuck.
You're like, damn it, my car crashed. Oh, not like that though.
Yeah. I can't imagine that would be good. Oh, Amazon Whole Foods.
That's
Recently,
right. That's new.
Yeah.
Recently.
Wait, what?
That's a game changer.
Yeah, they bought Whole Foods like in June.
I feel like it's bad to use Amazon. I feel like...
Do you not use it?
Yeah, all the time. Morally, I think it's terrible.
Didn't they...
It's so convenient.
Wasn't there like an Amazon grocery store that was opening up or something where you just like
there
walk in and walk out?
But then now it's Whole Foods. Oh, you know what I mean? Grocery store, like retail store. There is in Seattle. There's an Amazon store in Seattle.
I thought it was for a grocery store.
I think they had one in New York, like in Manhattan.
It's like you basically like log in when you walk in by some type of card, and then you just pick up whatever you want and walk out. And it just charges you.
I remember there was a proof of concept video for that on YouTube years ago.
I think
that exists in Seattle now.
There was a commercial for that in the 90s. I think it was like
90s.
I think it was like an AT&T commercial. And like some kid.
Oh, that totally predicted.
He looks like he's shoplifting.
Like.
And like putting all stuff in his jacket. The security guard stops him at the door and is like, "You forgot your receipt." And like hands him a receipt. It's like, in the future, you won't have to stop at cash registers.
And they're not far off.
But you still need a receipt.
Yeah.
It does get emailed too.
We're still killing trees.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, they had a lot of those weird, AT&T had a lot of those weird prophetic.
They predicted a lot of stuff.
Commercials. Yeah, but the weirdest one was like the fax machine on the beach. Like soon you'll be able to get a fax anywhere. It's like, okay, not quite like, that one.
Yeah. The funniest thing was I rewatched Blade Runner, the final cut, like before I saw it, 2049. And you see him at one point do a video call where he goes to a payphone to do a video call. Yeah. And the idea of that is like, almost, guys. Almost. Yeah. But no one's going to go somewhere publicly to do a video call with someone.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's also like that in 2001, A Space Odyssey, when they get to the space station. It's like the phone booth. It's like, oh, hold on. I gotta call my family. It's got the fucking big logo on it. And
so funny.
Walk in.
How often do you guys even make calls anymore?
Huh?
How often do you make calls anymore?
Oh, it's rare.
Yeah.
Really rare.
I feel like I'm a weird part of the dying breed where it's like it's a lot of business calls, but then also like I just enjoy talking to my friends on the phone. Like that's how I catch up with people.
But
I'm not good at texting.
And what are they doing though while you're on the phone with them? Are they just sat there being on the phone?
I mean, I can imagine what they're doing over there, but they talk to me too.
I just feel like I don't talk to Meg that much on the phone because chances are that there's not a time where we're both ready to talk on the phone. We'll be busy. One of us will be doing something.
You guys are just both busy people.
Yeah, it's just easy to text because it's like get to it when you get to it.
That's why I like it
more focused and not like, oh, sorry, I'm trying to write an email.
Did you guys talk on the phone when you first were dating? When you lived in different cities?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess that for me, I was in a long distance relationship for a while, and that was a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
And then I guess it stuck with me.
I just stick with faxes, especially on the beach.
Yeah.
It's the most chill time to talk to someone.
Let me
while you're on the beach.
Because we talked about. Let me read this thing here. I want to say thanks to Maltesers for sponsoring this episode of the RT podcast. Maltesers are now in the United States, and to celebrate, we're going to be playing a game of Marble Run with some Maltesers to see who can get their Malteser in the bucket the fastest.
It's going to be me.
So go and check out Maltesers on Instagram at instagram.com/Maltesers. Give them a follow. And in the meanwhile, Tim and I are going to try to race a couple of Maltesers.
I've been practicing all day for this.
We good? Okay.
Why don't we get to play?
You can play if you want.
What is this?
It's the Maltesers.
It's our official Maltesers racetrack.
Who built this?
Yeah, when I walked in, I sat down and saw it.
Made of?
I said, "This was someone's job. Someone went to work and made this."
We're adults.
I thought it'd be like a Lego thing, but it's.
I know.
This is another one of those things of what
Kinects.
people thought the future was going to look like.
All right, choose your weapon.
You get Maltesers or Maltesers.
Well, no, you got to find the one that has the right shape. This one's the winner.
Yeah, this one
So do you guys
has
go
a
one
nice
at a time?
curvature.
All right, here.
Oh,
Oh shit!
You do this one. So see, his has a white flag. That means his comes out there.
I like this.
What? How do you win?
Just whoever gets down to the bottom. Yeah, ready?
Oh god!
Go.
Did we test this before?
See, Gus cheated.
he gave it. He gave it.
Oh no!
He gave
No,
it the
Tim's is
push.
winning. Tim's
He
is
gave-
winning.
Oh yeah,
I stalled.
yeah. Suck it.
Tim.
There you go.
Tim is the victor.
Gee, don't give a little push there.
Suck it and then chew it.
Doesn't
Could I-
matter if you win by an inch or a
Am I
mile.
allowed to put my
Win is winning.
mouth at the bottom of that?
You want to try that?
No. Just kidding.
Yeah, see if you can catch it in your gullet.
Let me make sure it's not rigged.
Oh, it kept going. Or did it?
Y'all fucked me.
Maybe you're just not good at Maltesers, Gus.
All right.
I think it was just maybe the angle was.
Thanks, Maltesers, for making a fool of me.
Hey, you did it.
Yay!
All right, get out of here. I don't want to see that anymore. My
Can
disappointment.
we keep the Maltesers though?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
Okay. And our purple.
We're also
Not the
sponsored by
runner.
The color purple. Not the movie.
so did you see the new Blade Runner then? I guess if you rewatched the old one.
Yes, I did.
Everyone here seen it?
Pretty. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty. I really like that movie. I can't imagine recommending that movie to anybody.
It's hard. You need to know them, and you need
Right.
to make sure that they know what they're getting into.
Right? It's like, did you really like Blade Runner? Yes, you'll love this movie.
Yeah, but I actually think that this one you can watch without the first one, and it is a way better experience.
Yeah, but it's definitely like a noir detective story where it's like this long investigation, figuring out what's going on, and then like. I don't know, like some stuff that you expect to happen early in the movie doesn't happen until really late in the movie, and you're like, holy fuck, I've been in this theater 2 hours and some shit still hasn't happened.
I still haven't seen it.
I thought female character, the bad one, was really good.
Mm-hmm.
She was mean.
Yeah.
It's true.
fan.
She was really mean.
Yeah.
What was she in? She looked really familiar.
I don't know.
What's her name?
I'm looking it up.
I haven't seen it. I haven't also seen the original.
You should watch it.
I feel
What
like
have
I'm
you
missing
seen?
out.
It's quite the commitment
Literally nothing.
to watch both.
Yeah, I think the new one is over 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, it was very long. I was enthralled the entire time, though. I say it's one of the best movie sequels of all time, but you need to know what you're going in for because it's very cerebral.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm one of them dumb kids, so it's
them
usually
dumb
hard to keep up with some of that stuff. But no, I feel like this movie did a really good job of explaining the plot for what it was, but then also having a lot to think about. So it's kind of a little something there for everybody.
I
And it's Ryan
enjoyed.
Gosling.
I thought it was also good.
Hey,
It was good.
That is Tim Getty's.
Oh yeah. Did we
Kinda
do,
funny.
do we
Look at
do a
me.
proper
You can get the
intro?
shirt on roosterteeth.com/store. Should do it. I got it still on me.
I thought it was store.roosterteeth.com. Do we change
It's
it?
both.
Oh.
Is it?
All right.
The both URLs work.
I can't
Is any-
find her. Someone tell me what her name is.
Is anyone excited about new Mario game coming out?
On the Switch?
Yeah.
I am now because I got a Switch.
Hell
yeah, right.
Oh, you made the.
I did. Well,
Switch?
we talked about
Yeah.
we talked about it on the podcast on the Monday before we were going to RTX. And during the podcast, I looked it up on Amazon, and it's like, oh, you could get 2-day shipping on this, and it's like, oh, it'll get here by Wednesday, which is the day I leave. And I was like, hey, my flight's not till 6 p.m. Chances are it'll come before that.
Yeah.
Right? Had to leave for the airport at like 4 o'clock. Still wasn't here. I get the notification on my phone that it arrived at 4:30. Like, no.
That is horrible.
So what'd you do on the plane?
Good.
I read a book. I'm trying to do that more now.
Yeah.
Trying to read for fun because I never did that in high school.
You never
Read it-
read a book in high school?
Not for fun because there was a lot of like book reports I had to do or reading for school, and so it took all the enjoyment of reading out of it for
Have
me.
you read it?
No,
If you liked the movie, you should read it.
it's available in book form.
Yes, it is available in book form. yes. And
You have it back to you on the beach.
quite
Wow.
different. Quite different.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it for you,
Okay,
but it's some shit.
I've been
feel
playing
like
a lot of Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. I downloaded
love
that
that
game.
game.
I can't even do it, man. I'm like, I can't turn this thing on. It'll take over my life.
Oh, I love that though because I deliberately decided because I've been traveling a lot, just been all over the place, been really tired, not feeling creative. So I just decided this weekend to do nothing.
I saw your tweets about
except
I'm farming. This weekend, I'm farming.
Oh, God. My farm doesn't suck anymore. It's getting good.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, it's weird
I've got iridium coming out of my anus.
You should
Not
see a
literally,
doctor about that.
Yeah.
It's weird that you were doing nothing, but yet still flaked on us for drinks on Sunday night.
Well, I was doing nothing. Drinks is something.
That's true.
Yeah,
Also, it's Sunday night. It was late. And to be fair, Turney just landed in from the airport.
Oh, I didn't
So I
know
was
that.
like, gotta go there. And then my phone died on the way. So I couldn't even tell you I wasn't going.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't know. I didn't realize she was coming back that night. We thought she was coming back
Yeah,
on Monday.
I have to make the most of every single hour we can spend together at this
Makes
point.
sense. Do you have a Switch too, Gus?
Yes.
So has the Switch not changed your lives in terms of
It's changed my flying.
Because that's my thing. It's like for the amount
Yeah,
that
it's absolutely
that
great. I played
we
Golf
travel,
Story the entire
Golf Story's
time,
fantastic.
flying to and from RTX London.
Must have been nice.
Oh, yeah. And I was trying to get through that before I jump on to Stardew Valley. I've played Stardew Valley before. Yeah,
Well, you might have to skip Stardew and go straight to Mario, though.
I got to play
so
that
soon,
on
man.
stage at RTX London.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
What kind of how long do they expect it to take to beat that game?
I don't know.
It's very long. There's a lot. It's
There's a lot to do.
Zelda-like.
How long did Zelda take? Because I just downloaded that too.
Zelda, I mean, to complete just the main quest is 20 to 30 hours, but then to do everything, it can take a long time because
Yeah.
there's so much Korok seeds and all this.
A lot of side quests.
120 shrines and all that. Rumors put Mario at about 500 something moons to get.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's going to be
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
always felt like 120 stars was a lot to get in Mario.
You get
64.
moons a lot faster, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Yeah, I'm going to play
I
that
saw-
game's dick off.
I saw the lamest complaint about Stardew Valley on the Switch earlier. By the way, who was this? Real fast on Twitter, Daniel Arvison at B Tornado said that it's Sylvia Hoeks who plays the female replicant in Blade Runner.
No idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't recognize her. I don't think I've seen any of her other movies, so I don't know. Anyway, I saw the dumbest complaint about Stardew Valley on the Switch earlier. I think it might have been an article on Polygon. I don't remember. But someone was complaining that when you play Stardew Valley on the Switch, you don't play it the same as you do on PC or Xbox because like PC and Xbox, you like save your game by going to sleep at night. And the Switch, you can just like hit
You
the
have it
suspend
forever.
button so you can stop in the middle of an activity. So you don't have like the same rhythm to your gameplay as you do on those other platforms. And I was like, if that really bothers you, I don't know.
You got a problem.
You're really looking for something to
those are
complain
the
about.
people that have played Stardew on multiple platforms and invested on their farms. So it's
That's
like they
also-
notice these little changes.
That's horseshit. You can just look in your inventory and just close your laptop or do what you can just pause
Well,
it.
what if you're not on a laptop? You're a desktop.
Look at your inventory and then minimize it. I don't know. Does that not work?
I don't know.
Ashley was telling me that Stardew Valley is kind of like very Sims-esque, where you could just kind of like relax and play it.
Yeah, it's chill.
And she was telling me as if it's like a negative to that game, but I was like, that's what I look for in games. Something I could just kind of turn my brain off and play.
Yeah.
I hate the festivals. I hate when I have a plan for my next day. It's like I'm going to get all this shit done. And it's like, nah, they're setting up the festival just so you can look for eggs. It's like,
it-
I don't
like-
give a shit
It's
about
like a
these
filler
eggs.
episode of an anime where you're
Yeah.
watching. There's like a lot of things happening, and then it's always the festival.
I also hate
school parties.
that the store is closed on Wednesdays. Like, oh shit, I gotta go get motherfuck, it's closed.
It's like Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
yeah, why are you
Yeah.
it's a Wednesday? Why are you closed in the middle of the week, Pierre?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's his name. Why is there a lot? Fucking Pierre.
Fucking Pierre.
Is it
man.
kind of like what's that game? Animal Crossing?
Yes.
Yeah.
DS,
It is very similar.
I remember there's a character in that called Barbara, which everyone tweeted at me every time they would encounter her. It was a very proud moment.
There's a Nintendo Direct in 2 days
For the
regarding
Animal Crossing mobile.
mobile. Yeah.
Finally, we were supposed to get this last year. That's going to be a game changer for people.
I'm waiting for the Switch. I don't want to play it on my fucking
See,
phone.
but here's the thing. What you're missing here is the fact that everybody has a phone. So Animal Crossing is one of those accessible games that everyone
yeah,
can play.
I've also got a Switch.
Then but that's they're going to get them hooked, and then Animal Crossing is going to continue to be one of the best-selling
They've
Nintendo
already
games ever.
put it on the GameCube. They've already put it on Game Boys, the DS.
It's coming, man. It's coming.
They've already had a chance to introduce it to millions of people.
The
Put it on the fucking platform we all want.
But
I don't
there's-
want it on my phone.
They're already selling out of all the Switches, so they're like, "We're good. We don't need to give the people what they want yet." They're teasing the whole thing. I don't agree with it, but it's just what they're
Do
doing.
not agree with it.
A lot of people have been asking me for my opinion on the new Xbox dashboard update
Why?
because everyone hates it.
Because he complains about Xbox all the time.
I do. I think it's better. I think it's better than the last one.
Yeah?
It adds a
sorry to
click
say.
to everything. That's
It
my
does?
only issue with it. Like, I feel like there's one more step to get into every menu you need to get into.
Like what? What's an example?
The problem I have, I can back you up here, is it doesn't show as many of my pins right away, so then I have to go to like a pins tab
That's what
instead
I'm
of just
saying.
scrolling down and seeing all of my pins.
And it's just one
Isn't
click.
it right?
It doesn't
Isn't it
matter.
just one click down is pins?
Right, but it only shows like your top 4. If you want to see the rest of your pins, you have to go to like a pins menu.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's totally true.
Huh.
Do you guys have Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the new menu for that?
No.
It is fucking disgusting.
Oh, you seen what's that?
I don't know what drugs the person who did that.
It seems like a weird
design.
thing to complain about, the interface of something, but it's really like the most
But
important.
It
it's
is the
like,
most
if you're,
important thing.
I
yeah.
love the PlayStation 3.
The cross media bar.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Man. So many
I
people
love how
hated it.
quick it is to get to shit in there.
Yeah, man. That thing was special. Like it's funny though because everyone complains when they change it, but then you get used to it, and then you're like, oh, I love this thing. But that's just how it works, right? It's like as more technology comes out and they add more features and how every app is like the fact that Uber now you can get food from it. It's like it's just nuts
Yeah.
that everything always needs
And
to
really
be in
shit
one
food
app.
too, like McDonald's. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Like that's
God,
the fact that I can get a
dangerous.
Big Mac delivered to me.
I
Here's
got
what-
McDonald's last night.
Here's what should happen, right, with the dashboard.
You can get a Big Mac faxed to you on the beach.
Still
Is that
funny.
going to be the title of this podcast?
But when you load up your Xbox, all you can do, you can use the bumpers, you can use the stick, and you can use the A button, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they, instead of having these tabs at the top, just have a map each button to a different area?
Because people are stupid. That's a
If it was
gamer
like-
thing to say.
If it was like, turn on the Xbox, Y goes to games, B goes to apps,
Yeah.
X goes to the store, shit like that, make it much faster.
It would. But you have to
pissing
think
about.
so many people use these systems as media
just be
devices.
shortcuts.
If nothing
in
else,
the background,
it could be a shortcut.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
like you don't
okay.
have to have the only way, but it's
Yeah.
like, make it as fast as possible to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you apparently have to go down to your pins, then go into your pins.
I got
Fine.
I got so annoyed. I was trying to watch a movie trailer on YouTube on my Xbox the other day, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I go into my pins and it's like, fuck, it's not my top 4. I got to go to this other thing, launch YouTube. It like sat there
It only
forever.
gives you 4 top
Just
pins?
like, maybe it might be 5 or 6. I might be exaggerating, but it's not all of them. And it just sat there like spinning. I was like, what the fuck? I haven't even started my search yet. It won't even open. So like, I just switched inputs to my Apple TV and then talked to my remote. And I was like, play me the Black Panther trailer. And boom, it goes. I was like, why the fuck isn't it that fast? That's exactly what I want.
It's all about interface.
I'm not saying Apple's great about that either.
I mean, that's one of the big reasons I'm sticking with Apple in terms of iPhones and stuff like that and everything in their system is because their interfaces are so clean and easy to understand. I don't know.
I mean, that's what they put a lot of time and
Yeah.
focus into. But then
And
when
it's
they
very
change
clear.
something, everyone's like,
have you tried using the podcasts app?
It is garbage.
Piece of shit. I
You
don't
got to
want
use other podcasts.
your nonsense.
Speaking of which, I want to talk about trying to get our podcast onto Spotify. But before I get to that, who is this? On Twitter, the great Fusilli at Tokay Tactics asked, I wonder who the RT podcast crew chooses to marry in Stardew Valley.
You can marry
don't-
people in Stardew Valley?
Yes.
That's like one whole side of the game I don't even touch. I
Really?
go in the mines, I work on my farm, I
a
ignore
single man.
every other person.
What was
I don't-
the store's guy's name?
Pierre.
Pierre.
He's already
Did he
married.
We're gonna have to fight for
I
Pierre.
actually
I hear they're on the rocks.
I normally romance Pierre's daughter, Abigail, the purple-haired one.
What is this game?
I think it'd be.
Here.
So you can't break up marriages in that game?
I don't think so.
Can you marry people of the same sex?
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
That's what my favorite thing to do, like in Skyrim and,
Yeah.
and everything like that.
No, yeah, do whatever. And then you have to find presents to give to the different villagers or the different like
Video
residents
games
of the
get
town.
too real, man. That's what I'm saying.
You have to know like, oh, this person likes this
Yeah.
person doesn't like that.
I got.
It's this is
I gotta
oh, you have to remember when their birthday
without
is.
Facebook.
Yep.
Jesus, stop dealing with that in real life.
Yeah.
I got a slime hutch. What is the point of that thing?
I don't know what that is. Can you raise slimes?
You just make slimes and they make slime little balls and balls of slime come out and you can compress them into eggs and raise slimes. And I did it and I was like, I don't know why. What is the point? Is it just so I can kill slimes?
I don't know. There's so much to that game that I've played it quite a bit that I still don't realize. Like, since it came out on the Switch, I was reading like a beginner's guide just to see, you know, what was different. And it was like, don't forget to check the weather on TV every day. I was like, you can check the weather on TV?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like an idiot just every day. Like, oh, it's raining today.
I didn't know
Okay.
that you could flavor your honey by putting a flower near the beehive.
Didn't know that either.
Oh my God.
Do you have the galaxy sword?
No. The top.
It's wicked. It's a good sword.
So like, there's so much. It's not just farming. There's also a mine you can explore and have like combat.
It's funny because I've heard about this game. I know nothing about it, so I'm really excited to play it and figure out what you guys are talking about.
I was in an Uber recently with Dan, and I was describing it to him to get him into it. And the Uber driver, when we were getting out, he was like, "You got to tell me the name of this game you're talking about. I want to play it." So
Make it sound good.
I'm being told that slime hutches are garbage. You can just go into the mine and mine slime.
Yeah, that's what.
So
why am I like? Yeah, I don't know.
What's Golf Story?
Golf Story is an RPG where you, instead of battling, you play golf against people. It's very similar to Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color.
I was trying to figure out the appeal.
It's kind of like Pokemon, but without the monsters. So it's like instead of like collecting monsters and
I
battling,
wouldn't play that.
What's up?
Playing Pokemon without any of the monsters.
Yeah, no, but golf. Instead of monsters, you're playing golf, and it's it's very anime. It's very over the top. All the people you face off against are like, I'm the best in the city. It's like that type of thing.
Very over the top cheesy. I love that.
It's great, and it's like nice little retro aesthetic.
Yeah.
How much is it? Like a big full game, or is it like a
$15?
$15
smaller title. It's kind of like a breakout hit.
Yeah.
It's worth. I think I put 17 hours into that game before I finished it. Or got to the end of the story, I should say.
Still playing Mario Kart? Is that still a thing?
I'll never stop playing Mario Kart.
Good.
But I mean, it's a little over now.
I know, but I felt
it.
like I was missing out on it so much. And now that I actually have a Switch, I'm like, if I won't play
there
Mario
was a
Kart.
while there when it came out on the Switch that all of us were playing every night.
Every night. Well, I saw the tweets.
Who's the best here?
Miles is tremendous.
Of course.
Michael's pretty good. I win sometimes.
Gavin's pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Those are the
I like
three
the
to
levels.
watch out for.
Tremendous. Really good. What did you say about Michael?
I said he was really good.
And then pretty.
So it was all right.
All right.
Oh, I was going to mention trying to get the fucking RT podcast onto Spotify. So people are always asking, like, can you put the Rooster Teeth podcast on Spotify? I want to get on Spotify. So it's like, fine, I'm gonna look into this. So someone had tweeted me, so I replied, adding Spotify as well. Like, I would love to get all of the Rooster Teeth podcast onto Spotify. How do we do this? So then Spotify replies like, send an email to this email address to get it on. I was like, okay, cool. Send an email to that address. Like, want to get my podcast on Spotify? What do? They replied like, oh, no, you don't want to contact us. You want to contact this other email address. Like, okay.
Fun.
Contact the new email address. Like, want to get my podcast on Spotify? What do? They're like, oh, no, that's actually these other people. Like, okay.
I'm giving up.
Contact them. Like, want to get my podcast on Spotify? What do? They're like, oh, okay, just click on this link and, submit this form. I was like, cool. Click on the link. It's just a Google form.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your podcast name? What's your RSS
sounds like Stardew Valley, just side quest.
What's your description? I was like, okay. So I filled it out and submitted it. There's no like confirmation. There's no. I just submitted it to a black hole.
Well,
and I'm just like waiting. So for everyone who's asking for it on Spotify, I want it there too.
It just it sounds like you just made a document and put it on someone's Google Drive.
Right.
Maybe someone will see it. Yeah, we went through the same problem and we found out that it's a weird backend thing. So unless you use Libsyn as your backend, I don't think you're going to get on.
What do we use as our backend?
Like, we use SoundCloud, and they don't.
We use Libsyn.
Oh, you do? Then you should be good.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh,
Patrick just slacked me that he submitted that form a year ago.
Fun.
So yeah, I mean,
do like a Shawshank Redemption. Do it every week. Demand a reply.
God damn.
We should just have everyone at this company submit it.
Or just
have 300 requests at once.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to do. It's not like it's not a popular podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys aren't on it, then I just don't understand what they're thinking. I wonder how many people actually listen to podcasts on Spotify.
There's a lot of people.
I didn't even know there was podcasts on Spotify.
People ask about it all the time.
Yeah, I get a lot of requests for it. And what really spurred me thinking about it was how garbage the podcast app is on iOS 11. It's like, we gotta keep going to where people are listening to podcasts, because it's fucking bullshit garbage.
Bullshit
garbage. It doesn't work. It's been broken, I think, since like iOS 7. And like,
I think since the one where they were like, oh, now everything's like, now software's aligned with hardware, all clean look. But that's not worked since.
I mean, it's crazy to think about, because I mean, like, Apple and podcasts and the iPod were all, I mean, iPod, is all synonymous. And then now we're at this point where the podcasts are just such an afterthought to them. It's nuts.
It's the same with a lot of their pro apps on Mac. Like, they updated iMovie for the new video support for the iPhone and didn't update Final Cut until way later.
It's Adobe's world now.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I love I use iMovie to edit the Barbara vlogs because it's such a piece of shit.
Do you still make those?
Yes, I didn't do the one last month because I didn't film anything exciting, so it would have been like a 3-minute vlog.
Wait, so you didn't come up with anything in a whole month?
Yeah, I was very busy. It was a lot of travel. I was also filming Bloodfest all month, so it's like they can't really release anything from that.
Fair play.
But I have a lot for this month. A lot of travel. RTX London, Rome, and New York Comic Con, like all that shit. So it was a lot.
Why did so many people decide to go to Italy? I was talking to a ton of people and they all went at the same time, but not together.
Well, I think some of us were trying to go to Spain, but then
Spain was closed.
There's some shit happening there that
It was Sunday.
It's only in part of Spain.
only in part. Yeah, I know.
Only Barcelona.
But like I haven't really been anywhere in Europe, so I was cool with anything. But for some reason, me and Bethany wanted to try Rome.
One in Rome.
Yeah, one in Rome.
How was RTX London? Like, you guys feel like it was a success?
It was good.
overall?
It's phenomenal.
How was it for you? Because that feels like that's like a weird homecoming fun thing.
It was great. I loved it. Yeah, it felt extra special.
Do you feel like extra loved there because it's your people?
Did you have any like friends that you grew up with, or like anybody like from your pre-America days go out and see you?
No. I also didn't tell anyone that I was good. I didn't tell my family.
It did make me realize too how you've given me a very bad perception of British people. Like, to me, I'm like, oh, everyone's gonna be an asshole. Everyone's gonna be.
Wait, you keep saying this. What have I done to you that's so bad?
You literally before every podcast call me a cunt and like say that I suck and that I'm not funny.
What you see on camera is not what
I'm kidding all the time. You know I'm joking.
I know, but you know
I do actually do that right before the podcast starts. I'm like, I really wish you weren't on this podcast, Barbara. And then it like comes onto the intro. I do stuff like that all the time. But I find that to be hilarious.
It's pretty funny. But that being said, that's how I thought everyone was going to be. And people there are so lovely. Mm-hmm. They're like the nicest people.
Full of friendly people.
Yeah. They queue for everything.
Ooh, that's cute.
Oh, nice. We did a podcast panel there, and I was quizzing Gavin about putting milk in tea because I'd never done it before. And
so you gave it a go, right?
So I gave it a go. Like when we were flying out, I stopped at Heathrow, and I tweeted Gavin a photo, and I learned British people never do that because every other British person criticizes the way you put your milk in your tea. There's
a big debate on like what order to do it in.
I learned there's a big debate about the order and a big debate about how much.
Yeah, I'm always tea bag in, water in, let it sit for a bit, put the milk in, and at that point you can, if you put too much milk in, just give the tea bag a bit of a waggle, get more tea up in there, and then pull it out.
See,
it's like a little.
People got so mad that the tea bag was still in that photo I tweeted to you. They're like, you ruined it.
Take the tea bag out and then put the milk in.
Yeah, they see there.
See, now that could use more milk and also more tea. It just looks like slightly pissy water. Actually, it looks like you just dumped the bag in and immediately taken a photo.
No, I guarantee you that's not what happened.
That doesn't look like a good cup of tea.
It was pretty good.
It was good?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a little splash more milk on that.
I'm learning.
We should do a poll to see like the perfect way to make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Because some weirdos do milk first.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Don't say that out loud. People will be mad. I don't put any milk.
Well, you're Canadian.
I just like the flavor. I feel like I taste the flavor of the tea better without anything in it.
It was good. You should give it a shot.
Do you put sugar in it?
No.
Oh.
Although I don't put cream or sugar in my coffee either, so.
Just black?
I'm a pure person. Just black.
It's pretty,
Which, like in every other country, ordering a black coffee is never the same as it is in America.
No. The only other place I've been has been Australia when I went with you guys.
Where it's like flat white or...
And I was very confused about the whole
flat white, long black.
Long black.
Because I'm like, I'm that dude that goes to Starbucks. I'm like, just give me a Trenta iced coffee, black, no sweetener.
I ordered a long black every time.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you ever try to order a coffee bean? I'm just going to chew on it for a bit.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to order an iced coffee in Australia?
I did immediately.
They are so confused, aren't they?
Very, very,
they put
very
ice cream in it.
Right. If they try to make you an iced coffee in Australia, they'll put vanilla ice cream in coffee.
It was essentially a very small frappuccino.
Yeah.
Like, because everything they have there is like so tiny.
They're like, what do we have that's cold?
This is like ice.
In Italy, you have to order an Americano, essentially, if you want like a black coffee. Because if you say coffee, they give you espresso.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing, because everything there is delicious. But
I don't have taste, though. So
yeah.
I love Italy. I like a lot of Europe.
Mi fai un Americano? Grazie. Is it good?
Yeah,
I asked Gavin before I went to Italy. I was like, what are
the key terms?
What are some like Italian words? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, aren't you Italian?
Cappuccino. Nailed it.
Very good. Ciao.
Here, let me read this thing right here. I want to remind everyone, this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is also brought to you by Bombas. How often do you think about your socks? If you're like how I used to be, probably not much. But I recently discovered socks that changed the way I think about socks forever. They're called Bombas. Bombas are the most comfortable socks in the history of feet. They're perfect for any occasion and come in all sorts of styles and colors. They're made from premium cotton. Bombas stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And every pair comes with a built-in blister tab, innovative arch support, stay-up technology, and a seamless toe. With so many colors, patterns, lengths, and styles, Bombas look great in the gym, at the office, out on the town. Bombas are what feet daydream about. And for every Bombas purchase you make, Bombas donates a pair to someone in need. Keep cool, keep comfortable, and keep contributing with the best socks in the history of feet, Bombas. Buy one pair or four at bombas.com/roosterteeth today and get 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/roosterteeth for 20% off. Bombas.com/roosterteeth. Go get some socks. Put them on. They're comfortable.
Is that the catchphrase?
Yeah, put them on.
Go get some socks. Yeah. Put them on. They're comfortable.
Yeah, they're good. Wear some socks. Why not?
My favorite thing about ad reads is the catchphrase at the end. You know, they always have that one liner that's sometimes relevant, sometimes not. Build it beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I guess.
I love hearing Greg do ad reads.
Yeah, it's something.
He makes
special.
everything sound so much better.
It's too much fun.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like sometimes he just starts the ad read and gets lost in his own head about what he's actually talking about, and then it ends. I'm like, we need to redo that.
That's
because
like
you're
Greg
not even talking about the product. You went on for 5 minutes talking about nothing, shoes. He's like, what are you going to eat? A shoe? And it's like, what are you talking about? This is for socks. Bombas.
Well, that way he just has to throw the tagline just randomly out at that point.
Build it beautiful.
And then they've got like a 45-minute ad read.
They're ready.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah. This rambling sponsored by?
Yeah.
Man, I saw maybe... I can't decide if this is like the smartest or the dumbest idea for a company ever. I don't remember the name of it right now. But it's this company in Russia where they have a private jet that you can rent to take Instagram photos in. You don't fly anywhere in this plane. You just go in it, and it's set up as a photo studio so you can take social media photos of you in a private jet and then post them online.
Shut it down. That's it. We're done.
Shut it down. We're done.
The race is done.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's in Russia.
Yeah.
Is Russia like known for its Instagram models?
So apparently you can. It's a Gulfstream G650, and you can. I just saw the price. Where was it? It was. You can get 2 hours of photos for $243, or video for $434.
Video, like, what's the video going to be for?
And they'll even do like your hair and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, like the video.
Is this someone like running?
Break the illusion.
It just shows all the buildings
outside with like a cloud on a stick, just running by the windows. Like, oh, we're flying for real.
And they show like some examples. Oh, there it is. You can like walk up to it and.
It's clearly
Look
a guy
how cool they look.
It's a guy who crashed his jet and he thought, instead of getting it repaired, I'm just going to make money off it from just being parked.
That's so dumb.
I don't know. I think it's smart. I wish I had that idea.
Why did you start one?
You're going to make a lot of money off of those people.
All you got to do is buy like a broken jet. It doesn't have to fucking fly. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to have wings.
But I still
you
feel like
just need like this little part of it.
There's like an investment there. Like a broken jet still has to cost a lot of money, right?
We'll just keep it parked somewhere.
Like just to be there,
Well,
right?
Just to have, yeah.
I mean,
And
just keep it in your backyard. You don't need the whole jet. You just need like this much.
Part of it.
You can just print out pictures of clouds and tape them to the windows.
Planning permission issue with having a jet in your backyard.
Take the engines off. Like it's fine.
So it's just a big metal tube.
Right. That's all you need.
Why
I
did you
just feel
start
like there can't be a big enough audience for this.
You should start
That's a lot of money.
I don't know. There's a lot of people
$100.
who went to Fire Festival.
$100 to take a picture in your Prius.
Right?
Yes.
That's different though. That's for an experience. This is to look like you're having an experience.
That's
which I
all
know
people
is the most
care
important
about,
part.
though.
But not if you have to pay money for it, right? Like I guess there is an audience, but how big is it for this to be a business?
Where is this located? Russia?
In Russia.
Yeah, I feel like this would do better in like
L.A.
Edward sent me a link to a story I'd forgotten about. Like, you remember when Bow Wow got busted for not flying on a private jet?
Oh, isn't that like a meme that people do, like the Bow Wow experience or something? What's it called?
The Bow Wow experience.
Like where people fake these like very extravagant, luxurious experiences.
What did he do though?
He tweeted or he Instagrammed a photo of like a private jet saying, "I'm flying to New York today," and then someone saw it and then saw him on his flight. And they took a photo of him in the commercial flight.
Yeah,
like, he's on my flight. He's not on that private jet, which is fine. We all fly.
But what's the name
commercial,
of that?
But it's just weird to put that image out there. And
are you talking about Like Mike, the hit movie?
You're just on a normal plane.
Bow Wow was in that.
What was it called?
Look it up
Anyway, if anyone wants to go into business with me, let's buy a jet. Let's cut the engines off.
Well, the jet's already been done. You gotta take it to the next level. Like, what can we do? What in Austin would people be like?
Bow Wow challenge.
We should do like some kind of space thing, like space tourism.
Well, like, you know,
like
do those zero
capsule.
G things. That could be fun.
Yeah,
but what would you in the capsule? What would you tweet? Just heading up to space.
Yeah, going to space. We
rocket emoji.
Hashtag fun. Hashtag watch out moon. I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's smart. I love it.
It's terrible though.
No, sir. I would never use that service. But I would take those people's money.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
No, I mean, there's a business there because there's the cycle of there's the people that are making money with their set jet that people can come to. Then there's the people paying the money to be there. They're making money for the post because they're sponsored by whatever the hell, hashtag influencers, hashtag ad. So it's like there is a cycle of a lot of people making money off of a very dumb idea.
Yeah, just jump in there and get your slice.
Yeah.
Get you some of that.
Oh, man, you're winning me over.
Yeah.
It's smart.
It's a good idea.
It's very smart.
Yeah. See? I want everyone over except Barbara.
I still don't get it.
I mean, if you can afford to spend $200 to take a picture on a private jet, surely you can just take a picture on a private jet. Who's flinging about that kind of money to take one picture?
I think you get like a photo shoot, like numerous pictures, and then you can pick like the best ones.
And then they come by with a cart and they offer you sodas.
Like, how much does it cost to club together and rent a private jet? A real one. There's like memberships you can get to, like,
I think,
like,
how much did
jets.
Tom Price pay for those fucking flights that he had to step down for?
I saw on Instagram.
It's expensive.
On Instagram, it was someone like Cara Delevingne or something was like, "Hey, everyone should join this jet thing where it's like you just fill a jet, and I'm on a jet today. It like saved my trip and all that stuff." It's like you're tweeting to your followers. Like, who in your following can afford to become a private jet member of this? Like, who's doing that?
I'm gonna look it up.
Who's
Private
that for? Who's that ad
jet
for?
Membership? I don't even know what to look up. FlexJet?
FlexJet.
I don't know. I'm just looking at stuff.
I hope that's the name of it.
Choosing the right private air travel solution. Oh no, this is for like leasing. Oh wait, what is this? Jet card?
How much do private jets cost?
On Instagram.
They're expensive.
But like, how expensive?
I'm gonna look it up. So
someone pointed this out recently.
Oh, you slacked me?
They're like, I don't know why Rooster doesn't just buy a private jet with how much they travel to all these conventions. It's like, it's a lot of money.
You can't make profit doing that.
New York to LA to New York is $38,000.
Oh my god.
LA to London back to LA is $160,000. Thank you, Patrick.
Holy fuck.
So here's what we're going to do. The
Gulfstream G650, which is the plane that these people are taking photos on, manufactured by Gulfstream, started being produced in 2008, first flight in 2009. The unit cost, depending on which one you buy, is either $66 or $68 million.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Jet Smarter was
Not
the thing that she was advertising.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, very expensive. You want to know why Rooster Teeth doesn't have one?
That's
there
why.
You go. Yeah. Fucking $70 million. That doesn't even cover the cost of fuel, maintenance, pilots.
Yeah, crew.
I'll fly it.
Do you guys know anyone that's ever flown a private jet?
Flown in
one? Not not actually.
No, I don't think so.
Because I can't imagine that life.
It's like an extra level of rich.
I mean, there's people that we know kind of through Rooster Teeth. Like we kind of know Elijah Wood and like.
He's on that private jet life? Because where's the line? Because the only person I know is a baseball player, Hunter Pence. I know him through my friend. And he doesn't have his own private jet, but he's flown on private jets. So and he's explained the story. And I'm like, this sounds like just unnecessary.
This service you were talking about, I looked it up. You can do a custom shuttle from Austin to LA for $8,000, a shared charter for $10,000, or a private charter for $18,000.
What are the differences between all that? I don't understand.
I think custom shuttle is like an existing route that you just get on with other people.
Oh, so if you actually like plan the route yourself, it's 18 grand.
Right. And you get it all to yourself.
And how many seats are on that?
See details. It does not say.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you crammed enough people onto that, I can see that becoming an option.
Lucrative.
still, I mean,
So,
Austin
that's
to
to LA. How many
like,
people you got to get on that flight?
I think the most I ever paid for Austin to LA was like 600 and something bucks.
And that's one way.
That's key.
Yeah.
That's still rich people business. That's still rich people stuff.
Yeah.
That I assume most of Cara Delevingne's followers won't be signing up for immediately.
I'm fine flying the way I do already. I'm not about that.
Yeah. Unless she's just advertising to her rich and famous friends.
Hey,
They want to look cool.
Speaking of flying, I have a question. Why is the flight to London so much shorter than the flight back from London?
Jetstream.
Jetstream?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense. But it's
So
like an extra 2 hours.
Even in the U.S., like flying from L.A. or San Francisco to Austin is faster than flying back in that direction.
Rotation of the Earth and all
Mhm.
that. And
I've never noticed
It's
that.
the winds.
I guess it's like that. It's not that long of a flight because I noticed from the East Coast to San Francisco, like New York to SF, there's like an extra hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
From Austin, I haven't really noticed that big of a difference.
Yep. So it's like 20 minutes maybe. Right? It's not like a huge,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't notice. Like you would round it down and be like, oh, it's a 4-hour flight.
Yeah.
Well, the pilots need to just so whenever a pilot is going to get you there early, they're always like bragging about it, like, yeah, we'll get you there 20 minutes early, and they're like, oh, there's no gate.
Yep.
Like, why are you surprised? We're there early. It's clearly not going to be a gate. They're like, oh, bummer. Usually there's just an empty gate 20 minutes early. You're always going to be there at the same time. You're never going to be early.
When I was flying to London for RTX London, it was the same thing. We're like, we're going to be there an hour early. And I was like, no, we're not. we're not. Because you get there and it's like, there's no gate. So you circle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Now
or
we're
you
going
land
into
and
land.
then just sit there.
Then you land and it's like, okay, they take the long way. Fucking.
Usually at Heathrow, it's so busy in the mornings because of all these international flights arriving at the same time that you don't even land and wait. You just have to just do laps of London.
Well, did you see what happened to our flight on the way to London?
No.
I had to circle a little bit before it landed. And I think it was Zach Fox from e-commerce took a picture of the flight pattern and it made the shape of a dick.
Oh, yeah, because it came out and probably did a couple of testicles and then dicked around and landed.
That has to be on purpose, right?
No.
The pilot has to have done that intentionally. Right?
The holding pattern is the balls, and everyone circles out there. And then when they go to land, they have to go out to the east and then turn around to the west. It's just the way.
Yeah.
And the air traffic, that's how they say it too. It's like, all right, now complete the shaft.
We need you to hang out the balls.
Is it a circumcised landing or?
We're going back to the veins.
But if you ever fly to Heathrow overnight, you will always do that every morning. Like I've never gone back home and not done a couple of bollocks and a cock before putting it down. Nobody ever just slides right into Heathrow.
The innuendos are so great right now.
But every airport has like a weird thing like that. Like when you fly to Sydney, you're also never early there.
It's a vagina actually in Sydney.
That's why you're going down under.
But the airport has a curfew where planes aren't allowed to land before a certain time, so you can never get there early.
Huh.
Like if you're early, like they slow down during the trip so that they don't have to circle or they don't wait.
Yeah.
It's like every airport has like a weird thing.
The pilots are just well aware of all this stuff. They just act like they don't know. Like they'll just lie. Be like, oh, we'll get you there early. Oh, look what happened. Bummer.
We tried. It's not our fault.
Gavin has one hair that's sticking straight up and it's distracting me so much.
Oh, yeah. Look at it.
It's so distracting.
Oh, man. I saw...
Oh, come on. Little bastard.
Speaking of flying, I saw the most stupid lawsuit ever. Who was it? This man is suing Sunwing Airline. And I guess Sunwing Airline had advertised a champagne service on their flight where you had like a free check bag, a free glass of champagne, a bunch of stuff. But he's suing them because it wasn't actually champagne that you get on the flight. It's sparkling wine.
It was from Champagne.
Right. It was not from Champagne.
In France.
It was from somewhere else. So he started a class action lawsuit. And 1,600 people have joined this lawsuit.
Oh, come on. They're just signing up for the hell of
It's
it.
like, fuck it.
Because
this
they
might
serve
happen.
sparkling wine instead of champagne.
Oh my God.
How miserable do you have to be with your life to be like, I'm going to sue them
Yeah.
because they don't
really
have
bored.
champagne?
Like, at least it wasn't like Chardonnay. No one wants Chardonnay. Chardonnay is the Pepsi of wines. Everyone knows it. I'm starting beef.
Do you know about wine?
Chardonnay.
Do you know wine?
I just know I don't like Chardonnay.
Oh.
What's wrong with Chardonnay?
It's the Pepsi of wine.
What's wrong with
Made that very
argument.
What's wrong with Pepsi?
What if you like
What's wrong
Pepsi?
with Chardonnay?
There goes our Pepsi sponsorship, by the way.
It's way too sweet. It has the aroma. I don't know any of the things, but I know I just smell it and I'm like, I don't like this. and it's bad. And I've never met someone that is a Chardonnay enthusiast. I know people that are big. I'm a Sauv Blanc. I'm just throwing around terms. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I do know.
You sounded good.
I do know that Chardonnay is no one's. Does anyone here like Chardonnay?
Oh, one person.
Oh, we got Mr. Cool Guy over here.
Maybe. Do you like Pepsi too? Oh, he hates Pepsi.
Does anyone like Pepsi?
No.
You better not raise those hands.
Does anyone like Pepsi?
We're a Coke family here at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan alone is half of our Diet Coke consumption.
He's gonna have a heart attack someday from all the Diet Coke he drinks, right?
Why would that give him a heart attack?
It's just not good for your body.
I'm throwing out all the words I know today.
Does that affect your heart?
It affects everything.
Not a scientist.
I know it affects your belly fat.
That's what it pertains to?
I don't know.
Pertains to?
Oh, damn.
Why you say that so quietly? Be proud.
Like yeah, you should be proud. Oh my God.
Here, let me read this thing. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. By now, everyone knows that Dollar Shave Club ships amazing razors for a few bucks. I've been a member for a while. I love my shave. What you might not know, however, is that Dollar Shave Club also has products for pretty much everything else needed in the bathroom. Body wash, shampoo, hair gel, lip balm, everything. Just like their razors, everything's super high quality, left me looking good and feeling amazing. From premium ingredients to sophisticated scents, Dollar Shave Club is changing the game. If you're like me and sick of those nonsense at the store, now is the time to try out Dollar Shave Club. For a limited time, Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their starter set to new members. For only $5, this starter set features their executive razor and 3 trial-sized versions of their most popular products that will help you stay fresh and clean. In your first box, you'll receive their shave butter, body wash, and One Wipe Charlie's butt wipes. You'll also get their executive razor, which includes their premium weighty handle and a full cassette of cartridges. After the first box, replacement cartridges are sent for only a few bucks a month. This offer is exclusively available at dollarshaveclub.com/roosterteeth. That's dollarshaveclub.com/roosterteeth. Dollar Shave Club's high-quality products will have you covered from face cheeks to butt cheeks. There's no better time to try the club. That's the catchphrase. There's no better time
to try the club.
Try the club.
You try them Charlie's butt wipes?
Yeah, they're great.
Fan.
I love them.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
They're good. Also, the shave butter, leaving you clean. Yeah. I messed up. I came here and I didn't use it. I got that neck beard.
For shame. We can't see it. We'll ignore it.
You got a rash?
No, I just didn't shave before.
You're an attractive man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You complimented me one time about my hair on the show.
It always looks good. Your hair always looks good.
I was like, oh, it warmed my heart.
How nice.
How long do it take you to get ready every morning?
I'm a sweet, nasty 35 minutes.
Ooh. Does that include shower?
Yes.
So obviously. Showering and then
it's showering, figuring out what I'm wearing, figuring out how obnoxious my outfit can be that day. And then the hair is probably only 3 minutes.
That's something I look forward to the most with Kind of Funny Live is to see what you're going to wear.
I appreciate that. Yeah. A lot of thought gets put into that.
Do you give it a beardal trim every morning?
No, not every morning. I'm not that manly. I don't got that much of like a bush going on. So I just need a nice little trim. Trim Tuesdays is what I call them. So every Tuesday I trim.
I normally trim if I know I'm going to be on camera that day if I'm filming something. Just that way, if we have to refilm for like continuity. Like I know I trimmed that day.
Yeah. That sounds like a Gus thing to do. Yeah, I appreciate that about you.
I can do it again.
I feel like that's not true.
It became true because of the time that it wasn't true. When we filmed that thing, like there was a time when I didn't used to do that. And I shaved my beard off when we had to do pickups on that one short we filmed together. And then I showed up without a beard, and I was like, I had a beard when we filmed this thing.
Didn't they have to like paint it on?
They had to take mascara and paint a beard on me.
Oh my God.
If you watch back that short, it's so obvious you got mascara all over your face.
I want to see it now. I want to see a screenshot.
I know. What was it called?
It was the one where you had the Post-it notes.
It was the reunion short, wasn't it? No. Mixed messages?
I don't know.
Nah,
it's where you and I are in the conference room at 636, and you showed me all the Post-it notes. Like, so-and-so called, and then so-and-so called.
The reunion
big reunion one.
Was it?
I think.
It's like after a while of not making shorts, that is the one that came back, I think. You've had your beard in a lot of different shorts.
I liked the short about your beard.
Yeah.
Where it went away.
Or Bernie stole it.
That was good.
It's funny. People always, for a long time, people would ask, like, how did you film that? How did you do it? It's like, we just did it backwards. One person filmed their scenes backwards and the other one went forwards. That's it. It's easy.
Movie magic. Don't ruin it. Say it was an actual trick.
Yeah, I can spontaneously control my beard. The worst was having my eyebrows covered up because he steals them at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernie tried to convince me for a little while to shave my eyebrows. I was like, I'm not shaving my eyebrows.
How much would you do that for?
It only takes a couple of months to grow them back.
I don't think they ever
give it a couple months without eyebrows. Like eyebrows are like a key thing to being.
They really frame the top of the face.
Yeah, They go a long way.
It's like without them, it's like the lid is open on the top of your face and everything just can
you just
spill
look
out.
surprised all the time.
I derive my power from my eyebrows too.
I would shave mine.
For how much?
Ooh,
extra life.
$1 million, but
$1 million, but
yes.
You can't have eyebrows the rest of
Who
your life.
wouldn't do that? Oh, the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Could you draw them
I would
on?
do that.
Can you draw
For $1
them?
million?
Just glue them on. Glue on different ones.
Or just tattoo them on.
Shit. See, that's a business there.
And then I can put them like at funny angles, like, man, I'm surprised today, or like, I'm super angry like this.
That was actually a thing in the Bay Area. I don't know if it was everywhere else, but in high school, a lot of girls would shave their eyebrows off entirely and then Sharpie them on.
Yeah, I feel like that was
Sharpie.
Like a 90s thing, wasn't it?
Maybe.
My grandmother would shave her eyebrows and draw them on with makeup every morning.
I remember also the people would do they would shave like lines into their eyebrows.
People were so cool, you know?
Have you seen that new makeup trend that's like the squiggly eyebrows?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Could someone on social media
see.
explain this to me and why it happened?
We should try it for me. I'll do squiggly eyebrows.
You would?
How much for you to get rid of both eyebrows?
Just to shave them?
I feel like both is worse or is better than one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you could show some emotion though with one.
I think I looked it up. I think it takes like 6 months for them to grow back.
6?
Yeah.
That's a really long time.
I'll do it for a private jet ride.
a private jet ride?
No. I'd do it for more. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. So I would ask for a ridiculous amount of money.
For charity or for your pocket?
For me. For the charity of my lost credit card.
So you wouldn't do it for Extra Life?
No. You would, though.
Interesting.
You would?
What's our target this year?
What's
$1 million.
$1 million. I think I don't know what's happening in $1 million, but I think that's our
now we
target.
do.
Nah, $1 million's totally achievable. I trust in our community.
So what about
we can raise
what
$1
about
million.
1 what about 1.2? Would you shave your eyebrows for 1.2?
Oh, it would just ruin so much of my life and career. It really wouldn't. But it'd be such a pain in the ass to.
I'm just imagining you doing slow-mo guys videos without any eyebrows.
Yeah, I'd be like,
B!
All right, B, what are we doing today?
All right, Gav, calm down.
Yeah, if it was for charity, it would have to be like double the goal.
So $2 million.
2 mil.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Let's put that in writing.
Oh, yeah, no. I would definitely not do that. What was I looking at here? So I saw maybe one of the dumbest products I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
It was actually earlier today. It was I
was going to see if I can guess, but it really could be anything.
You want to try to take a guess?
Dumbest products?
Incredibly dumb product.
It's a product that lets you cook an egg in your hand.
Nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
No.
Like a pocket egg boiler.
Could you give me a clue?
It has to do with men's appearance.
Men's appearance.
Yes.
Not women's appearance, specifically men's.
I guess it could be for women too, but it's marketed towards men.
Huh.
Ear, hair, wax.
Something
Ear,
about
hair, wax?
something about like a toupee type thing?
It is do you want to take a guess, Tim, or you just want me to say it?
Just go.
It is. It looks like a giant squeegee, but it's a giant razor blade to shave your back hair.
That's awesome.
Wait,
why is that
what's bad
stupid?
about that?
Interesting.
That is genius. That's what.
But I also hate that it spells everything wrong, like to try to be cool and to try to like, I guess, have patents or
Is
like
it called a
protect it.
shiver?
Patents.
What is it like? They also have like a soap to clean yourself, and they spell it KLEAN.
No. So hip and cool.
I would shave the back of my back with that.
That sounds great.
back.
That's usually what significant others are for. But then now you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
No, there it is. That's the actual photo of it.
Because that patch of hair on the top of the back is irritating.
There's one little place you can just never get.
Like, so how do you trim yours?
Significant other.
She just
gets in there.
gets in there, shaves it off?
Yeah.
Waxes
Trim
it off?
Tuesdays.
I would pluck my significant other's back hair all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
very
there's
relaxing.
a lot of commitment going on. There's a lot of trust, sharing. This thing, it's like masturbating. You know, it's like they do a good job, but you know you do it better.
Although I feel like like my problem area is more down on the base of the back, sort of near
I feel like that a lot of people have that.
Yeah. If it was a really long one that reached all the way down
you
there.
go around the side and
Or
stuff.
you just go around the side.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Or that.
Totally.
That makes a lot of sense. There was
My
a product.
arm is not long enough.
I saw a product yesterday that was all over Facebook. You guys probably saw this. It's a thing that you put on your tongue to lick cats.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's
It's
weird.
like spiky.
That's
You
the
put it
whole
on your
thing.
tongue or you bite it?
I don't know. You
I
put
think
it
you
in your
put it
mouth so
in your mouth.
you have a giant tongue to like clean the cats like the cats clean themselves.
I think it's like a pacifier that you put in
Yeah.
your mouth, and then you just kind of like move your head.
Yep,
Oh
there it
wow,
is.
that was
Oh,
fast.
damn, you guys were on it.
You guys are
Love your
quick.
cat? Then lick it.
Oh,
Lick that pussy.
Go, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
we're all thinking it.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Why don't you just use your hand like a normal human being?
The cat's like, what the fuck
What
is going
happening?
on? Oh my god. This is not normal.
Would you use that on your cats?
No, I don't want to be like a cat to my cat. I want to be the
You
human
want
to
to
my
be superior?
cat. No, it's like a
I don't
dominance
want to
thing.
be
It's
a
like
cat to my cat.
I don't want to be a cat.
I don't want to relate on that level. I mean, to be honest though, it's like cats. A long time ago, I was one of those guys.
The
That's like, I'm a
aristocrats would
dog
disagree.
person. Fuck cats. But as I grew up, I realized cats aren't all bad.
Cats
just
are
most
great.
of them. But then there's some cats that you're like,
most
oh,
of
these
them.
are kind of cool. But it's like, I don't want to understand cats. I don't
Yeah.
want to think like a
I don't
cat.
want a cat to, instead of walking up to me for pets, sniffing my anus.
Yeah,
I don't want it to
no,
think
no.
that I'm an animal in any way.
Cats already think people are just dumb cats,
Less
right?
than them. Yeah.
Yeah, like
They're like, you're one of them dumb cats.
right. You don't know how to eat. I'm going to bring dead mice to you.
This is real food, motherfucker.
Isn't that like a sign of love or something,
That's what we say.
or respect?
That's what I think.
When
That's
a
what,
cat
I think
brings
that's what
you,
we
like-
assign to it.
Yeah. It's
My
actually
cats-
a sign of like, this could be you at any moment.
My
It's
cats
like in The
love each other.
Godfather with the horse's head.
My cats love each other so much that at one point recently, Columbo, the younger one, got locked in one of the rooms, and they were like communicating through the door. And Smee can open doors, but this is one of the doors where we have a magnet on it, so we can't open it.
Me proof.
Yeah. So instead of like he tried to open the door for a while, we looked on the cameras, and in the end he couldn't do it. So he went upstairs, got a Beanie Baby, and delivered it in front of the door. It was like, I've done everything I can, but here's a Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off. The Beanie Baby will take care of you now.
Yeah, he's like, look, I can't get in, but here's this. Good luck.
It's like bringing supplies to someone who's trapped.
Does he
Yeah.
think they're like dead animals?
I don't know if well, I don't know if I've talked about this in the podcast, but if we lock them out of the bedroom, he will go upstairs. There's a box of Beanie Babies. He'll
Take
bite one in his mouth. He'll pick one. He'll select one. Come down the stairs with it in his mouth and dump it outside the bedroom door. And he'll do that once a night. And if we don't move them, by the end of the week, we'll have a stack of Beanie
You
Babies.
should see how many he could stack up.
I think he's done 10 before because we were just like, how many will he do?
Just let him go with it.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
wonder
he
what
goes
the
for
story
2 a
is.
night.
Do you think that he's trying to protect you guys?
I think cats give you stuff when I don't know what it is. It's like some sort of cat behavioral thing. I don't think it's that rare. It just fascinates me.
You know what you need to do? You need to get this cat licker thing. You need to get on his level. You need to give him a couple licks. See if he lets you know what
You
he's doing
should
with the Beanie
bring
Babies.
him a Beanie
I'll
Baby.
bring
one
him a
day.
Beanie
Yeah.
Baby in my mouth.
with the
Crawl
the
down
cat
my
licker.
wooden staircase on my hands and knees.
What you should like?
What a weirdo.
Why don't you put the lid on the Beanie Baby container?
That's not a problem. It's like, it's hilarious to me. I love that he delivers Beanie Babies.
But now I'm curious, as like if it was covered up, what he would do? Would he find something else to bring you?
no, he'd
See,
probably,
that's where the dead rats come in.
Mm,
You know? You don't want that. Beanie Babies are preferable.
they are.
he also puts them over the top of the cat food sometimes. Like cats like to bury their food, so there'll just be like three Beanie Babies shoved in all this wet cat food.
They're so versatile. Oh my gosh, she's using them for
He
everything.
just solves all of his problems with Beanie Babies.
Sounds like the 90s.
And people thought they'd be useless.
I should put a compilation because I keep saving the clips whenever he does it.
I wonder what he's thinking. What do they mean to him? That's so weird.
What,
Well, he
what
probably
does
thinks that they're
mean?
confusing other people, and he probably thinks that they think that everyone else thinks they're animals. So he's like, I'm not going to be here guarding my boy in the other room,
Yeah.
but they're here, so you can't fuck with them.
Or maybe he's just trolling you. Maybe he's way smarter
He's
than
in on
any
it.
of us.
Well, that's the thing is that, so if the door is open, he'll sleep on the bed. And that won't stop him. Sometimes he'll just get like a cat idea where he's just asleep on the bed. And at 4 a.m., he just thinks, well, I'm going to go and get a Beanie Baby. He'll get off the bed, go all the way upstairs into the office upstairs, grab one, dump it at the foot of the bed, hop back on the bed and go back to sleep. But it's like
It's a comfort
the
thing, maybe.
cat with its little cat brain made that decision. Why? I don't understand.
It's like getting up for a midnight snack, but it's going to collect a Beanie Baby.
No, I do have a question though. Are these like cat Beanie Babies, or do you just have a bunch of Beanie Babies?
Meg has like a box of them, maybe like 50.
Probably like
She had
when she
Iggy
was a
the
kid.
iguana?
Yeah, when she was younger.
That was
I
my
assume.
favorite one.
Which one?
Iggy the iguana.
I had that one.
He was cool.
I had a lot of Beanie Babies.
There's
they're
all
still
those
back home
stupid
in
bears
Canada.
with the like different things on their
I had a
chest.
lot of cat Beanie Babies. I probably had the most cats. out of all animals.
I was partial to Yui, which was a sheep one, a baby sheep one.
Yeah, it was after my time. I was an adult.
Just me have a favorite.
Sorry, I have nothing to contribute.
What did you collect as a kid? Anything nerdy?
Baseball cards.
That's kind of sportish, though. It's not really nerdy, is it?
It's pretty nerdy at the time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I mean, how often?
Baseball cards. Is
that's a nerdy thing. That's like
too far.
Stats and
like
that's not playing the game. That's like trying to make the game into D&D. Like there's a 200 or 28% chance he's going to get a hit. Like.
What do you think people collect the most of nowadays? I feel like people don't collect as much as they used to.
What is the collector thing, right?
I know that
kids always collect things. It's always the kids, right? Because there's Pokemon cards.
I mean,
and a million variations.
Adults collect a lot of
Yu-Gi-Oh.
things.
Michael has a shitload of amiibos or amiibo. I don't know if that's the plural.
I know Jack collects shot glasses.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
If I was collecting something, I don't really collect anything.
I collect magnets now from every city I visit, so I have like a fridge full of all the different places I've been.
So the memories will stick.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Good one, right?
Yeah.
I'm drawn to you right now.
Nice. I can feel it. It's charged.
The sexual...
positive. Negative. Shit. I don't know magnet terms.
How much for you guys to make out for Extra Life?
No.
Literally all the money in the world.
I tried to hug Barbara.
It's so surprising and shocking every time.
Was it at RTX where I put my arm around you and you like turned out of it?
Yeah.
It was like a creepy half hug.
It was right before the RT podcast at RTX London. You tried to put your arm around me, and I just did a spin move slowly out of it.
It was like a running back in football, just like spinning through a tackle to avoid one.
Yeah, it was great. Me and Gus have a great dynamic.
Yeah,
I had to do something fun with him for $1 Million Butt episode.
Quite
in the park.
In the park, I filmed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember.
Oh, do that again. What happened?
Nothing.
No, what did Barb just do?
I don't want to spoil it.
We'll talk about it later.
Give a hint.
I had to carry him around.
It was tough.
Gus is heavier than he looks, by the way. He is dense.
You got heavy bones?
I'm fat.
No, it's pure muscle.
I'm pretty big. Yeah, that was like one of those days where we had to wake up super early to go film. Like I was up before dawn and out there like.
And the great part is that he wasn't even in that episode with us. It's just because we mentioned him by name in the episode, so it had to be Gus.
They asked me if I could do it, and I said no. And then they said, well, you kind of have to because they mentioned you by name. I was like, God damn it.
Why did they even ask?
So fun.
Right.
I love that.
We forced him into it.
Yeah. That's genius. If I'm ever on that show again, I'm going to specifically name someone.
Just be like, that time Angelina Jolie and I made out.
Yes, you guys got to figure it out. We were on a private jet.
She would just have to do it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's you're right. I don't know why they asked. They're giving me the illusion like that it's my choice.
Yeah.
I haven't done an MDB for a while.
I did a couple. I did that one, then another one. I don't know when those are coming out.
I don't know. Aren't you going to be doing the one you filmed in London? £1 Million Although.
Yes. That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
good.
The UK
That's
edition.
brilliant.
I
You
heard
guys
that panel
are too
was really
funny.
fun.
I like you guys.
Speaking of $1 million, I read a really weird headline the other day about this guy. Where was he? Allegedly in somewhere here in Texas. I don't remember where. Cameron County in Texas. I don't know where that is. He got arrested because he stole $1.2 million worth of fajitas.
Wait.
Like just
That's how many fajitas is that?
that's a lot of fajitas.
It's a lot of fajitas. Apparently,
You could steal much smaller things for that value.
apparently he'd been stealing it over the course of 10 years.
How?
I mean,
For what?
What
though?
happened
The long
was
con.
he purchased food for a juvenile correctional facility, and the facility does not serve fajitas, but he would buy fajitas with the facility's money,
and then just flog them in the street.
and then he would resell them to other like businesses
Oh my God.
on the side. And the way that he finally got caught was one day he took a day off to go to a doctor's appointment, and on that day a truck showed up with 800 pounds of fajitas. And of course the facility's like, what? We don't
Not us.
serve fajitas. So they looked and like, oh my God, he's been stealing fajitas for 10 years.
Wow.
That's a
I'm
very
trying to think
long
of how much
time.
space that would take up. If you had
these,
100,
columns
1.2
of
million.
food.
I mean, there's almost nothing less to steal except for maybe ramen or something. I'm trying to think of food that would take up even more space if it's 1.2 million.
Fajitas wouldn't take up much space.
Oh, you could think of something like small and cheap, like an ear of corn or something, where it's like an ear of corn you can buy for like 25 cents or something.
Oh, that'd be so much.
Right, and then that's like that's a lot of corn.
There, yeah.
It just made me want to play Stardew Valley.
But I can't imagine, like, for 10 years, this guy was stealing fajitas and nobody caught it. Like, nobody found it until he took a day off.
Well, just the moral of the story. Don't take a day off.
Don't take time off.
Wasn't there a story of a guy who was working as a attendant at a parking garage? And
Yeah,
would,
it's
collect
urban
money?
legend.
Oh, yeah, it's urban legend.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What is this? That he didn't actually work there?
A story
Yeah.
about a guy who pretended to work as like an attendant at a parking garage.
For
he
for
would
decades.
for years take people's money, and they were just like,
I'm so
where's
into
Jerry
that.
today?
I
And
know
they're
it's highly illegal, and I know everything about it's wrong. But if it wasn't, that's the type of thing that I'd want to do.
I often think.
I often think about like, what are the schemes that I haven't done that I could have done that would have led me to a much better place in my life,
or much worse,
No, I don't think about that part.
like buying stuff with your credit card and then saying it was stolen.
I wouldn't do that. Doesn't sound like me.
There's a bunch of scams that you could just start doing because there was that one for speeding tickets where they would just take pictures of vans that had the address and phone number printed on the side of the van if it was a business. And they'd be like, here's a speeding ticket. They would just make up a speeding ticket because they already knew the address and the license plate and all this information that's on the actual vehicle. They could just charge people like, pay us $80. And they would do that to just shitloads of people.
Wow.
And not many people would even contest
Think about it.
I hadn't heard that. That's crazy.
Maybe it's an English thing.
Because it's like not enough money to really make a bother about it.
It's like they know they have my address, they have my phone number, they have all this information that they must have to look in the database to get, but really it's just printed on the van. We should start doing it.
We should, man.
should.
Yeah,
And
And the other fraud, we'll do Amazon fraud as well.
that'll be great. Just all the fraud. I actually made a lot of bad decisions in my life, including one when a long time ago, my first job. I've told the story before, but it was me and one of my best friends, Alfredo, who's now one of the nice achievement hunters over there.
I didn't know.
I watched that raid. Oh, I'll tell it after.
We used to run a cafe together. Like it was just the two of us. Like long story short, these dudes owned a cafe and didn't want to run it anymore. So they're like, we just need people to be there. So 17-year-old Tim and Alfredo were there. And they're like, they put everything on us. So we'd have to go to the Smart and Final, buy all the products and stuff to then make and sell. We didn't drink coffee at the time. So the whole thing was a disaster. But we knew we had a couple months where no one was going to fuck with us. There was a couple regulars that would come in and they always got tea. So we're like, if we just buy tea ourselves on top of the thing and we sell our tea, they'll leave tips based on that. So we were just like, we didn't even care about the money at that point. It was just all about the tips. So we're just like, we're going to buy our own tea, sell the tea to the random, regulars that come in, create friendships with them. They'll leave us sweet, nasty tips. We got out of that thing scot-free. We didn't work there anymore after that, but like it was really sweet while it lasted.
So how long have you known him?
I've known him since I was 13.
Jeez.
And now you're stuck with
crap.
him. So take him.
I felt so bad for him because I wasn't in the raid that they just recently did. And part 4 is like, that's some achievement hunter history right there. It was
Heated.
It was Ryan versus the room pretty much, and Jeff was on Ryan's side. And I just felt so bad for Alfredo. But then he suddenly just held his own. He just like fired back. He was like, all right, everyone. He just like exploded out. I've never been so proud of someone who's worked there for such a short amount of time. Like he's like deep into Achievement Hunter now.
Yeah.
It's
I'm proud of him.
Let's say how he got beat into the gang.
Yeah.
You gotta fight back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was just like such a get chucked in at the deep end kind of video. He had everyone yelling at him. Well, Ryan and Jeff mainly. It was kind of uncalled for.
Yeah, it's hard to jump into a spot like that. There's so much history with everyone.
It was uncomfortable to watch that video. I watched the whole thing. I couldn't look away. It was a train wreck.
It's a beautiful
and I can see both sides of it. But I feel like Ryan's point was, it's not interesting if we're just stood there waiting for the explanation, listening and like not doing anything. But I feel like for the audience to understand the next thing to do in the raid, that's kind of helpful anyway for the audience. Like if they haven't played the raid or don't,
like if you're into hunting achievements, you'd probably want to know.
Previously, we've had Andrew Panton go in and be like, all right, you shoot this glob, it'll land here, then 2 people go over there. It's actually nice to get that up front. But colossal argument, absolute chaos.
It's the Achievement Hunter way.
Chaos.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there for that, actually.
No, you just get to watch the final product, which is like you said, uncomfortable to watch. You
Yeah,
actually have to be there.
I never would have thought that the mingiest video Achievement Hunter ever made, I wouldn't be in, because I thought I would always be the cause of that. I don't even need to be there.
Man, someone made an animated Sky Factory video today of Farmer Jeff. I don't know if you've seen it.
Is it the one where like Michael's trying to drown himself in the puddle at the end? Yeah.
It was really good.
And that was just a community video, right?
Right, yeah.
We've got some talented fans.
You guys have like animated. I know you guys have a kind of funny animated series.
Yeah, we just watch what Rooster Teeth does, and then we're like, how can we do that cheaper? And then we do it. So Kind of Funny Doodles, it's very similar to a show called Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures. You might know it. There's a show called Party Mode, very similar to Achievement Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are in the Let's Play family.
We are in the Let's Play family, so now it doesn't feel as dirty.
We did a video the other day in Achievement Hunter. What was it? You were in it.
Yeah, we did Jackbox 4.
Oh, yeah, we did Fibbage
and
3.
Civic Doodle.
That was interesting.
I mean, to be fair, we did Always Open after Love and Sex Stuff existed. So
that is true. So you also steal from us.
We stole from you.
Yeah, you should not do that.
Hand in hand.
It doesn't end well for anybody. Congrats on Always Open, by the way. Million views on the Mia Khalifa episode.
Got a 1 million view episode, which we talked about apparently on the last podcast, and I don't remember this happening, but apparently when I brought it up, Gavin said something about like, oh, big deal. You got like a 1 million view video or something like that.
No, I just asked you if you were bragging about getting 1 million views.
I'm bragging.
That's
for
better.
Because we've done tons of 1 million view videos.
But it's her 1 million view video.
Well, sure. Well done.
Why not the broadcast team? Give it up for the broadcast team,
broadcast
everybody.
team, yes.
This week's pandering. We just passed.
I was proud.
It was the post show, I think.
You should be proud. We just passed RTAA number 300, actually. It just came out today.
300.
And it was a special episode where they had Bernie and I go into the audio closet, and they said, just talk about whatever. Make up like fake memories of your favorite animated adventure. So we tried to make the most difficult to animated adventure ever.
Oh, is that the picture of both of you in the sound booth?
Right, that's what we were doing at that time.
Oh, that's great.
So that came out today, and I told them, and they actually animated it. I said that there was a slow-mo guys RTAA, where instead of 12 frames a second like it normally is, that they had to animate it at 10,000 frames a second. And it's just like all this super crazy stuff that like they try to hide. Like one of the things I mentioned is like you never see the RTAA characters' feet. So it's like, oh yeah, there's that one episode where you see everyone's feet and like really up close.
Like the tap dancing episode.
Yeah, where everyone had like big muscly muscles.
Yeah, so it was just like 5 minutes of us.
So that came out today?
Yeah, it was today for first membership.
On Jordan's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's his birthday. He timed that.
How old is he?
I think he's 27.
13.
I haven't seen Jordan in like a year.
Do you ever go over to the animation studio?
No, I've never been there.
You've never been to the animation studio?
No, why would I go there?
I don't know, to like visit other people who we work with.
I don't have a car.
Does that
Why
sound
would
like
I
Gavin?
go to take an Uber to a different place?
You just hop in with someone.
Why? I'm here working here. I work in this place.
It's nice to visit.
How often do you go there? Oh, you voice over there.
I have
right?
voice over there, but I also go there like probably once a week just to work.
That's weird. I guess it's not that weird.
Where do you sit when you go over there? Like in the break room area?
They have these like little egg chairs in the front.
Okay. Yeah,
I love sitting in that. They kind of like they're soundproof too.
See, all of my work at this company is based on me being in a specific chair in a building over there. So if I'm not in that chair, there's no point.
Yeah, that's true. You do good. You make a good point.
I do well.
So there might have been some words in there. We'll find them.
Yeah, you dip.
You did good point.
I have no idea where it is or what it looks like.
You should visit it someday. I'll drive you. Whenever you want to come visit the animation studio, I'll take you over.
Sure. Can't wait.
Fucking piece of shit.
You shouldn't.
I want to be productive while I'm at work. I don't want to waste time not being at work.
You shouldn't be surprised.
It's not work for me if I don't work there. That'd be like me going to Kind of Funny and being like,
I'm here.
I guess I actually could like make a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Not a good example.
Bad example.
It's great. It's a really nice studio.
All right.
Better than ours here.
Is it?
Way better.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Way better. Nicer kitchen, nicer bathrooms. Nicer...
Don't like that coffee machine though.
I do. I think it's fine. We have the same one over at the
I know.
bungalow.
I hate that coffee machine. I feel like it's judging me.
What does that even mean?
It tries to make stupid jokes when it's making your coffee.
Oh, it does. It does do that. Yeah.
And I'm always like, fuck you, just make the coffee. Like, I don't need this. I don't need jokes from a coffee machine.
Yeah, but it's probably not taking up like processing power and time to make the joke.
It's like
you also don't have to look at it.
The machine costs more money because of that.
You don't,
right?
you don't have to read it.
I don't need that. I don't do they have a team who wrote these?
You look at the comparison charts online, and one of them's like, it makes jokes. You're like, oh fuck, man, it's worth $5 more.
I bet if they sold a version without the jokes, it'd be the exact same.
What
price.
if instead we get a normal coffee machine and I stand next to it and just make jokes at people while they're getting their coffee?
That'd be so much more expensive. Your salary.
Been there, done that.
It's also got like. People have printed out like little instruction labels on it, like "Do not push on the pod door" or whatever, like because it's like very specific. It's like it's too complicated. It's too complicated.
Yeah.
The one we have here is fine, but it makes shitty coffee.
What about the one over there?
That's the same
that's
one
I'm complaining
that has
about.
the bunk at the studio.
With the little screen?
That's fine.
No, it's terrible.
It even shuts its own door.
It does shut its own door.
That's great.
And it writes its own jokes.
No, it's terrible. I hate that coffee maker. Like I'll go in there and I'll start making coffee, and when it starts, like I'll turn around.
Come on!
Like I don't want to see this.
Just
stupid
enjoy
machine.
the quirky coffee machine.
I hate that machine.
Oh, you know, at the airport, Schlotzskis.
Plotskis.
One more time.
That's some clag. They got the screens back where you don't have to talk to some real people.
They got rid of those for a bit?
Yeah, they got rid of them.
Oh,
Did you know
fuck.
that?
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were gone.
There's a restaurant at the airport called Schlotzky's where you just it's just screens. You could just type in your order.
Even though there's people behind there working, you can just look down and order food.
Fast food in California's like that.
The worst is that people don't realize you can just walk up to those kiosks. So sometimes there's a line, and it's like there's 3 machines here. So like from the back of the line, I'm like, "Are you going to go up? Are you going to go? Is anyone going to go? Okay, I'm just going to cut."
Yeah.
And I like walk up, and then people see me. They're like, "Oh," and then they step up and start using the machines too.
It's a whole new world, man.
Step up.
I went to a bar last night, and quite a long bar.
Did you?
The plot thickens.
For some reason, I did. For some reason, everyone was in a single file line at the bar, and we were just like lined up for some reason. I was like the third in line, and then the bartender was like making the first person's drinks, and then he was just like, "You guys know it's a bar." Just spread out across the bar. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah." We all just, for some reason, because I guess one person got in line behind one person.
Then it started.
Everyone forgot how a bar worked. Yeah, and then we all just went spread out like a normal.
How was the bar?
It was great.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies makes feel-good undies your butt will be proud to wear. They'll be the most comfortable pair of underwear you will ever own. And to check it out yourself, go to MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. With tons of styles and patterns to choose from for both men and ladies, MeUndies will have the perfect fit for any personality. The MeUndies feeling is unmatched because they use a naturally soft fabric that is 3 times softer than cotton. For a limited time only, check out MeUndies' first ever glow-in-the-dark print, Lights Out. Why not update your underwear drawer and glow at the same time? And I talk about this underwear all the time. I love them. It's the only underwear I have.
Got that purple lining on the inside?
Always wear MeUndies.
Looking good inside and out.
To get 20% off the best and softest underwear you'll ever own, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. That's MeUndies.com/roosterteeth. Thank you, MeUndies, for not only sponsoring the podcast, but for making incredible underwear.
They do bras now too.
I saw that.
I got one. It's great.
So you were talking about a line at a bar. When I went to the
what bar?
When I went to the VIP party at RTX London, we have to like go around and circulate and talk to a lot of people. So I wanted a drink, but there was a really long line for the bar. It was a line, actually, like you said, people weren't up at the bar. So I got at the end of the line, and I just started looking at everyone walking through the line, going, "I'm going to cut in front of you. If this is a problem, stop me." I am cutting the line, like looking at everyone, like I am cutting to the front of the line. If this is not okay, say something. And I just walked all the way to the front. It's like, okay, I'm ordering now. And I turned around, just like cut the whole line.
It's oddly aggressive, actually. And even though it's not aggressive.
It's like, I had to go back out. There's like people to see, like I didn't have time to wait there.
But it's like an in-between being assertive, but you're not quite there.
Right.
You're like,
I gave him the option. Assertive. You can stop me.
I can imagine you just walking up just like,
yeah, that was it. Like, I don't know. If no one says anything, I guess it's okay.
Hung up on this thing, right?
Where'd you go?
Yeah. Just a different bar.
Doing nothing.
So we invite you out for drinks,
To be fair, you invited me out really late. It was like 10:30.
What time did you go to the bar?
I was at the bar at like 8.
Oh, totally
So,
different.
Went home from that bar. Didn't go to your bar.
Interesting.
Bernie sent me a text this morning. He's like, hey, last call was 8 hours ago, so we're probably just going to head out. 'Cause I didn't show up.
Well, your phone was dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sent it like when he woke up.
Oh.
As a joke. It was like, as if he was still there. I'm sorry I had to explain the joke to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Those are the best. The best
sorry,
jokes are the ones you have to
rage is-
explain.
And it wasn't even my joke. I was explaining someone else's joke.
My rage is just clouding my head right now.
What would we have done?
How to Bev? I never get to see you.
I was free all weekend for Bevs.
I was in London/Rome.
Did y'all not have a bev in London?
Did we?
Jesus.
Such good friends.
I'm sure you all saw each other there.
You were there. Yeah.
She was there.
Yeah.
That is a
Thanks.
fact.
No, I think on the last night a bunch of us got dinner together.
Oh, yeah.
But you were sat like 8 people away
I was
from
sat
me.
next to Michael. You were sat next to Sophie.
Sophie was drunk. I thought she was gonna...
Sophie was awesome.
A lot of people were drunk that night because I think everyone was just so exhausted and you know, everyone's excited that it's...
Sophie's our PR person.
Yeah, she's been, I think, on the Thursday podcast before, right? As like a sidecar.
Oh, has she?
I think so.
I think so. She's also been in like Bernie's vlogs and stuff like that. People know her.
She's pretty funny. She's very sarcastic.
Yeah, she's great. Put a few bevs in her and she's even greater.
Oh, man. Speaking of bevs, I forgot about this. I saw this really weird thing a couple of weeks ago. I guess how some teenagers have started drinking hand sanitizer to try to get drunk.
Come off it.
Man,
No.
teenagers. You tell them once, you tell them twice. It's
like
like
a-
Four Loko all over again.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Only
so
this one can
and obviously, like drinking hand sanitizer is really bad for you.
Why is it bad for you?
I guess it can
Soap and shit?
it can lead to blindness, diarrhea, like this a whole list of like
Blindness,
health
diarrhea.
you won't know where the toilet is, and you'll end up shitting your pants. But yeah, so it's like I guess there's like people trying to educate younger teenagers about why they shouldn't drink.
Yeah, not
hand
all
sanitizer.
alcohol is for being drunk.
It can get you drunk.
Well, I know
but
people
it's not designed for
people used to
that.
drink mouthwash, right? Because that had a lot of
Right.
alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can just buy that cleaning.
And I think that's what I
Alcohol.
read that they do is that they'll mix hand sanitizer and mouthwash.
Just fucking just wait until you're
Yeah,
21.
mouthwash is the gateway drug into the hand sanitizer.
Oh my god.
You don't want to see what they do next.
Mouthwash already goes in your
Windex
mouth.
gets
So you get-
crazy.
You get a taste for
Why
it.
not just put it straight into your butthole too while you're at it? Just do all.
It's
the things
probably
that people
safer,
do wrong.
actually, pouring-
No, that kills you. That'll kill you.
Yeah, but what I mean is you need less hand sanitizer up your ass than down your throat, probably.
It'd be real clean though.
Plus, yeah, it'll give you, it'll make you nice and clean. Yeah.
That might be the way to go about that.
That might be the way. If you're trying to get fucked up off of hand sanitizer,
You get a nice,
Go to the
clean,
butt.
and fresh
Hand
anus.
sanitizer in butt. Today I fucked up by wiping my ass with hand sanitizer.
Oh,
oh no.
Oh, there's several of them. 7 things to never put in or near your butt.
Gavin free.
BuzzFeed's getting
I'm
crazy.
looking this one up. A
Butt
colonic. Any sex toys not specifically designed for use in butts.
A colonic?
Isn't a colonic
That's stuff going up your
cleaning
butt.
your butt?
You mean don't put hand sanitizer in the fluid that goes up your ass?
I guess it's an unnecessary procedure that may clean out useful bacteria, flora.
Oh, like
in the
don't get a
colon.
colonic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Any non-sex toy object being used as a sex toy. Anything that will then be
Broom
put in the
handle.
vagina.
That's a lot of things though.
Rubbing
Glass
alcohol
bottle.
or anything else astringent. Scented baby wipes. Alcohol of any kind.
Scented baby wipes.
You know what you can do? Charlie's Butt Wipes. DollarShaveClub.com/roosterteeth.
Okay.
I'm here for you.
You're a professional.
Anal tissue is
Yeah.
pretty
Damn,
sensitive
that's
stuff. That means it's a very bad idea to use anything like disinfectant or rubbing alcohol on your anus, as it's likely to irritate the delicate tissue and cause problems like sensitivity, itching, burning, or other nasties.
You don't want nasties down there.
There you go. Keep your butt nasty free. You can
What-
get
what is
nasty
the
with the
most-
butt, but make sure you get nasty with the butt in the right way.
Exactly. You don't want it to be too clean.
What's the best liquid to use on your butthole?
We just went through this. Charlie's Butt Wipes.
That's a wipe. That's not fluid.
Water?
Just water, bog standard water.
Sure. It sounds gross when you say bog, but yeah.
What?
What about water with a bit of salt in it?
Salt? Why?
I don't know. Didn't people used to clean their junk with salt water?
Did they? I don't know. You're making that up?
Am I making that up?
You said it.
Look it up.
Gurgle with salt water.
Did people use
gurgle?
to
Gargle.
with salt water?
I just want to make sure we're all cleaning our anuses in the most efficient way.
I think we're all good so far.
I don't know.
Some of us are okay touching it too in the shower. Unlike Gavin. What do you do? Karate chop?
Yeah,
He doesn't
karate
touch
blast.
his own butt when he cleans it.
Why? How?
I just don't want to get poo on my fingertips.
I'd hope that there's none in there when you're showering.
I mean,
take a glove in the
I
shower.
would get in there.
Don't you
But
wipe?
during the crack? Right?
So what do you do in the shower?
In the shower? When it comes to the down there, there's a whole
Run us through it.
experience, right? Well, definitely, I like to let the water hit me for way too long. I'm one of those showers are fun guys. So earlier I was saying 35 minutes. A lot of that's just for funsies, right?
Just for funsies.
Yeah, you got to warm up.
35 minutes in the shower.
No, to get ready in the morning.
My get ready process, the shower process, I don't know, 17 minutes in and out. Not that I've ever timed it. But I like to make sure that the junk's warm. Everything's good. The follicles are feeling kind of good. But then I'll turn around, and I usually do the one spread. I use one hand to spread because then you need the other hand to kind of do a clean out. And I just kind of just go in there and just do. Maybe it is
Do you
kind of
strum it like a guitar?
That's what it is. It's less of a karate chop and more of a guitar strum.
I guess I'm worried about fingernails picking up fragments.
But the idea would be to get the fragments out if there was fragments, but there shouldn't be fragments.
You're holding soap.
I just feel like it's easier to karate chop blast it.
Gavin likes to karate chop blast the butthole.
I like to karate blast my ass because then you don't have to touch it with the things I eat with. All that would happen for me is that things like karate chop might get dirty.
Yeah.
But things I eat are going to be fine.
Rip your hand!
It is the same
I don't
Same
eat
thing!
with this part
What
of
if
my hand.
you've got a burrito and no knife one day, and you're like, uh-oh.
Wait, hold on. So you get in there with the I don't even know what part of your hand this is.
No, they're here.
Like the side of your palm?
Here and here, right?
Yeah.
So
You get so in there.
So I get that way you don't have to pull apart your anus. You can kind of just hunch over. But then I get the shampoo and the soap and the body wash and all that stuff. Coat the hand, and then I just go and it properly.
Do you make the sound effects?
It makes some great sounds, and soap flings everywhere. So I feel like I'm really getting in there, and really maybe getting in there a little bit as well.
I feel like you and I are close enough where you could actually film this and show it to me because I want to know what this looks like.
There's got to be an angle I can shoot from where I can show it to you.
If you wear a
and it's
dancer's
not
belt where you could just hold
totally inappropriate.
your balls held up somewhere.
Yeah, so I'll cover all that and maybe just get some side cheek.
All right.
And then, honestly, you'll be impressed.
Okay.
I think you'd be impressed.
You would be impressed.
I think I'm really getting it good and clean.
Yeah?
Without getting
you're bringing kung fu into it. I'd hope you're scaring off the random poop shards that are still there for some reason.
Your fingernails aren't even that long, though. They're pretty normal. You're not going to get shit up there.
I just don't want the risk, and I want to eat a sandwich without thinking, oh, how deep did I clean?
But think of the places you've put your fingers. I'm not going to get graphic, but just think about them, right? You really think that your bottom area is worse than any of those things?
Here's what you do.
Shit's got to be the dirtiest thing. I will say that.
You take a bar of soap after you're done cleaning your butt, and you just scratch it so that you get it all up in your nails, and then wash out your fingers.
Like a cat. Just get a scratching post made out of soap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just scratch it up.
A post-anal cleanse scratching post.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll try it. I'm just not going to... I still don't want to hurt myself.
You don't want to hurt yourself.
By what?
I don't want to scratch my asshole.
Have you ever scratched your asshole either?
Not once.
I've never
Never
scratched my
had
asshole.
Not once.
Okay, why don't we run through it? So this is your asshole.
Clean your asshole, Barbara.
Oh, you like polish?
You get some soap in there, and you just...
Okay.
You're not fingering your own asshole.
Can we see it one more time? I think they got a camera for it.
But you're not getting in there. You got to touch it, so I know
I don't want to touch you now because my fingernails are full of shit.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, Gav. You don't need to get in there.
I want
the perimeter.
I need to feel the pressure.
the
you're putting on
perianal
it.
area.
No, I don't.
All right. That's it.
We're done.
We're done here.
I've learned nothing from that. I learned nothing.
Thanks for watching. Maybe we'll see Gavin karate chop his ass next week. I don't know. Bye.
I love you.